Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and today I am going to bring you a twist on a tag. Stick around. Okay, so there is a tag going around BookTube that was originated by Stripped Cover Lit. It is called the BookTube Booktuber BookTube Book Tag. And I wanted to take that tag, which has a fabulous, fabulous premise of taking some of your favorite booktubers and some of your favorite books and kind of pairing them together. So you would say, like, the booktuber's name, and then you come up with a question for them and give a book or two that matches with the question for the person. If you need more information than that, because I'm not explaining it very well, I will link the original BookTube book tag, or at least one or two of them, down below for you to check it out. But today we are switching it up. Like I said, I am changing it. Instead of the BookTube tag, it is now the Authortube, Authortuber, Authortube, Author tag. Ha ha! We're going to use the same premise, but instead of talking about books that remind us of our favorite booktubers, I am going to talk about authors and how their writing style reminds me of my favorite authortubers. So Authortube is fairly new, and I haven't started following a whole bunch of you guys yet, but I do have a few of my friends that are on here with me. So I'm going to start out with them, but I promise you that I will get to you all eventually. Well, maybe not all of you, but I'll get to you a bunch more of you. Anyway, let's get going with the tag, shall we? And I'm just forewarning you that I don't have the technical ability to pop pictures in, so you're not going to actually get pictures of the books that I don't own. However, I will link all of the people I mentioned and their channels down below if I remember. I'll try to remember. If not, then feel free to link yourself up. Here we go. The first one I want to talk about is Josh over at JP Bevington. He is the Madhouse. He is an absolutely adorable, amazing booktuber and authortuber. I've read some of his stuff and I love him to death. He is one of my favorite people on the booktubes and on the authortubes. And for him, the question is choose an author whose writing style is a little mad. Now, the obvious choice here would be something like Lewis Carroll with the Alice in Wonderland books, but that is not who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the even more obvious answer and say Terry Pratchett. I think that Josh will be super happy because Terry Pratchett is his favorite author. And every time I see anything by Terry Pratchett, it automatically makes me think of my good friend, the Madhouse. So I do automatically connect the two of them. I've only read one full book by Sir Terry Pratchett, and that is the Dragon Stone something. It's a book of children's short stories whose name has suddenly eluded me. If you've read it, you know what it is. If you haven't read it, search Terry Pratchett, and there's a short story book that's children's stories, and there's a dragon in the title, and it's an absolutely adorable front cover. You should check it out. But yes, Terry Pratchett definitely reminds me of the Josh. The second person I want to talk about is Emily Lubke, and she is actually under the name Julian Greystoke over on the booktubes and the authortubes. But Emily has this really weird sideways sense of humor that I absolutely adore. She is another of my favorite people on the internet, and she is a really strong writer. I don't like zombie books, and the one thing I've read by her is her zombie book, so that put a damper on it. But other than the fact that it was a zombie story and I don't like zombies, I really enjoyed her writing style, and I really enjoy all of her writing advice and her book reviews and just all of the things that she puts up. And the obvious choice for her would be to say Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. However, that is not who I'm going to say. I'm actually going to say Joss Whedon. And yes, I know that Joss doesn't really have a bunch of books out. However, Joss has a huge oeuvre of things. And in anything I watch by him, the sass and snark and creativity that goes into it, I'm often reminded of those things when I watch Emily. So whether I'm watching her or whether I'm watching a rerun of Buffy because I can and I wanted to, I am often reminded and kind of put the two together in my mind at this point. So hopefully she will like the fact that I chose Joss. And I still think that we need to do the whole Buffy video thing. So we'll get together and do that in a couple of weeks. Sound good? Sounds good. All right. And the final booktube, authortube buddy that I'm going to pick an author for is actually someone that I'm not 100% certain whether or not she has joined Authortube yet, but she is a person that I talk to a lot, whether it be via the comment section or Facebook Messenger, about writing and about life and everything else. And that is Jordan, aka the Bookie Babe. And again, she's one of my favorite peoples on the internet. So I sense a little bit of a theme going on with this video, but that is neither here nor there. Now, Jordan is a difficult one to choose an author for. The other two, I immediately thought of someone that I connected them with. For Jordan, it's a lot of different things. She's a lot of different things. All of my buddies here on BookTube and AuthorTube are unique individuals, but Jordan's a bit of a fish of a different color. And it took me a while to decide. And I know that this is going to be weird. And Jordan, I'm sorry, but I'm actually going to choose Anne M. Martin for her. And that's not because she reminds me of the characters of the Babysitter Club, although there's a little bit of that sometimes. But it's because when I need comfort, when I need reminded of the good in things, even if she's had a crap day, I can message Jordan and she is always so supportive, or she'll just tell me to shut up and stop whining and just do something about it. But either way, she has become such a good friend and she is always there with a slap on the head or comfort. And she is definitely a big old brat, but I love her for it. And Ann M. Martin's books, especially the Babysitter Club books, are always there for me when I need them, just like Jordan is always there for me when I need her. So I have chosen my favorite childhood author and my best bookie buddy to go together. So those are the three I am choosing for today's Authortube, Authortuber, Authortube, Author Tag. If you can say that, I tag you to start tagging Authortube authors, and let's get this going around. So that's all I've got for you today. Let me know what you thought of it down below, and I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, I hope you read something good and write something better. Bye.